Oh, wow. Give a man a good night's sleep, and there's no stopping him.
Hey, listen, you started it this time.
But you, my darling, definitely finished it. Oh, it's not snowing.
Yeah, well, not for the moment. Forecast says we could get some more later on.
Just think a whole day with nothing to do except enjoy each other. How shall we spend it?
Well, I would like some more of the same. You know, I vote to spend the entire day in bed with some complete and total decadence on your part.
Well, listen.
What?
I vote that we go out and play in the snow until we get very, very cold, and then we come in and work on total decadence.
You know what? I will bet you that the boys' toboggan is still hanging up in the garage.
Oh, my, I haven't been in a toboggan since high school.
Well, that settles it then. I am going to turn back the hands of time for you.
You already have. If somebody told me a month ago that we would be this happy, I would have had them committed. Can we just freeze this moment in time?
You certainly picked the right day to try. What do you say, you and me on the rug right now?
The servant's coming in and out. Lila is having her hair done directly above us. It's a very, very sweet idea, my darling. But I don't think we want to be exhibitionists.
Okay, fine, then go find your mittens.
Grown women do not wear mittens. They wear fleece-lined leather gloves, and very expensive. But you should know that because you got them for me.
That's because I have impeccable taste. And I expect a little gratitude.
Oh.
A shot of whiskey will take the edge off the chill and the unpleasant news.
Father, what are you doing out on a day like this?
Oh, I've seen tougher storms. We'll get through this one, too.
What's this about unpleasant news?
Well, a body was found in a drainage ditch at the plant. Can you imagine? Dumping a murder victim on ELQ property?
Murder?
We were to believe Sean Donnelly.
Well, what happened?
Well, the police are just gathering evidence. It seems the victim's neck was broken. He was killed someplace else, and they dumped him at the site.
It doesn't sound like they have very much.
Well, they're just starting. By the way, it was Ray Conway.
Oh, good. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
For heaven's sake, Alan, did you know the man?
I know what he did to Rhonda Wexler and her daughter. He was slime. Well, it looks like I'm the one who forgot my mittens, so if we're going to do this sledding right, I better go find him. Excuse me. All right, AJ. Where did you find the cufflink?
I found it at the petrochemical plant. It fell to the ground when they were putting Ray's body on the stretcher.
I see.
Oh, is this coincidence, Dad?
Possibly.
How?
For argument's sake?
Well, if that's what we're calling it.
Well, I could have gone to Rhonda's apartment before Ray ever got there. Could have taken my jacket off to have a drink, dropped the cufflink, and then Ray picked it up later on.
What, Ray? Ray saw it lying on the floor and he stopped kicking Rhonda long enough to pocket it? But let's take this one step further. Suppose you were at Rhonda's apartment. Why didn't you say anything?
Given the way your mother feels about Rhonda, why would I?
Oh, God, that's good. That's such good improv. So quick, too. We both really know what went down.
I must say it warms my heart to know that my son thinks I'm capable of murder.
Oh, this is a no-brainer, Dad. I know you are. And I know you could go through the rest of your life without giving it a second thought as long as you didn't think it'd catch up with you.
Is that what's happened?
Well, Dad, you can't unring a bell.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. I mean, if I don't go to the police, I'm an accessory after the fact. Although don't think I don't appreciate the irony in that. It would be the first time you and I ever did anything together.
You do what you have to do. You know where to find Donnelly's number.
Wait, I'm not going to call him. let's get one thing perfectly straight. I'm doing this for Mom. She does not deserve the grief. But I do want to know exactly what happened.
You deserve an explanation.
Oh, you're damn right I do.
Rhonda phoned me that afternoon. She was extremely upset. Your mother and I we were together. It was rather a delicate situation, so I let the machine pick up. You could tell from the sound of her voice that there was something desperately wrong. Afterwards, it all fell into place when Jason told me that Ray Conway had abused Karen. Anyway, later on, I called her back. Somebody picked up the phone, but they didn't say anything. I could hear a struggle going on in the background, and then I got disconnected. Naturally, I was very, very concerned, and I had a little time before the banquet, so I went to the apartment. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. He had beaten her so badly, her body looked like a broken doll. There was blood everywhere. I was so enraged, I grabbed hold of him, and I threw him across the room, and he went straight into the window, and his neck was broken.
It was an accident.
An accident.
Then why? Why didn't you call the police?
Several reasons. At least I thought so at the time, but the truth of the matter is there was only one reason. Self-preservation. I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, and that night was very important to me. I had my father's pride and approval for the first time, and it was something I'm not accustomed to.
I can understand that.
I also had the hospital to consider. I didn't want the grant to be colored with scandal, and they only had my word at the time. I couldn't get Rhonda to corroborate my story. I didn't even know if she was going to live. And to be brutally honest, when I thought about it, Ray Conway wasn't worth the sacrifice.
Go on. How did Ray's body wind up at the plant?
Rhonda needed immediate medical attention, so I phoned the EMS, pretended to be Ray. And then I dragged his body out of there. I put it in the truck. I drove the truck to the plant. I dumped his body in a drainage ditch, never thinking he was going to be found. And then I took his truck to the airport, took a cab back to my car, and I went to the banquet.
Sean Donnelly doesn't seem to have any clues.
I can't say I'm not relieved.
Yeah, I'll bet. So, Dad, how's it feel? Getting away with murder.
What are you doing?
About what?
Well, you came up to get your gloves, and that was half an hour ago.
I had to take care of something at the hospital. Actually, I just hung up.
Oh, okay. Well, you ready to go?
Monica, would you mind terribly if we didn't go tobogganing? My back is just killing me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm the one that's sorry. I just hate disappointing you.
Well, no, I mean, I'll survive. You think you should lie down?
I think I will.
Can I get you anything?
No, but thank you.
Did H.A. come looking for you?
Yes, why do you ask?
Well, because I thought he might have needed some fatherly reassurance. He suggested that you might have killed Ray Conway.
There are two things that will never change about AJ. His suspicious nature and his overactive imagination.
Oh, I don't think it takes a lot of imagination to envision you killing Ray Conway.
What a nice thing to say. What is this, like son, like mother?
I mean, after what he did to Karen? Oh. Hey, if you had confessed to me, I think I might just have applauded.
I don't think so, Monica. You see, if I had done it, it would mean I'd gone to see Rhonda, which is something I promised you I wouldn't do.
Well, if Ray was killed the night she was beaten, I don't think that's been established yet. As far as anybody knows, it could have been any time, any place.
Well, that would mean I'd hunted him down, which would be premeditated murder, not an accidental killing.
What makes you think it was accidental?
I have no idea what it was.
Well, it just seems to me that you are getting at something, Alan.
I'm merely going along with you and AJ. Don't you like playing the game anymore, Monica?
No, frankly, I don't. Is there something that you would like to tell me?
Why don't you relax, Monica? Assuming Ray was killed that night, I have an alibi.
Yes, the testimonial dinner that you were so late for.
I had a flat.
So you say. Look, I'm just going to ask you flat out. No games, no hypotheticals. Did you kill Ray Conway?
No, Monica, I didn't.
Are you feeling any better?
Not really, but don't worry, it'll pass.
You mind if I read for a little while?
No.
You killed him.
That's not what I said. In fact, I distinctly told you that I didn't.
Come on, Alan. You think after all these years I can't read you?
I don't know, Monica. You probably think you can. But you didn't hear me admit anything. Now, if you want to read something, I suggest you go back to your book. Disappeared to.
Well, I thought you might need a dose of caffeine about as much as I did.
Did I keep you awake?
No, I couldn't sleep either. I spent half the night thinking about Ray Conway.
Why do you waste so much time worrying about him?
Listen, you were right.
About what?
If I had known that you had gone over to Rhonda's that night, I would have been furious. And for that, Alan, I am sorry.
Did I say I went to see Rhonda?
Come on, my love. How long do we have to play this game? You're in this mess because of me.
What?
You were worried about my reaction. If you had thought clearly, you would have called the police right away.
Monica, I did not go to see Rhonda. I did not kill Ray. Now, for both of our sakes, will you please drop it? I want you to increase the dosage. I'll be in within half an hour.
I can't drop it, Alan. Why don't you come out and say it? We both know that you killed Ray.
Why do you want me to say something that's going to hurt the both of us?
You mean the less I know, the better?
Just leave it alone.
I can't leave it alone. I love you. I want to help you.
Will you drop it, please?
Keeping secrets and solving problems on our own has never done us any good, Alan. We're not good at it. Why don't we try something different? Why don't we try trusting each other for once?
This has nothing to do with trust.
It has everything to do with trust. Trust and control. You are afraid if you trust me to help you, you might lose a little control. And you think you're the only one that can handle the situation.
What are you getting at?
You believe you know better than anyone how to deal with this. Well, you don't, Alan. Look at the mess you got yourself into.